children. In the last class, we dealt about the credit sales. That is, credit sales for why we are finding out the credit sales to find out the total debitors. It is the next problem, that is the 14th problem. Here we are going to find out the credit purchases. Before that, we have a quick review about the total debitors. Why we are finding out the total debitors in order to find out the credit sales. Okay, in that we will write the opening balances in the debit side. In the closing balance, we will write in the credit side. We will write the sales return. We will write the discount allowed and cash received from the debitors. Okay, this differences indicates the credit sales. Like the same procedure only we are going to follow in the credit purchases also. In the credit purchases, why we are finding out the credit purchases? In order to find out the total creditors. Total creditors. Yes, what do you mean by total creditors? In the last session, we have discussed about the debitors. Who is debitor? The person who had made a sales from us on the basis of credit. Those persons termed as debitors. Now, creditors, as a business people, we also want some product. We will purchase some product. As a business people, as we discussed earlier, we don't put all the money in the business. We made some money for rotation basis. So, we will use to purchase some product on the credit purchases. Here, we are assuming this business people. Business peoples also buy the product on the credit basis. So, that termed as a creditors. Creditors here assumed as a business person. Business person is buying and purchasing some product from any X or a Y on the credit basis. Then this is termed as a credit purchases. So it is a reverse procedure only. There in the total debitors we have returned opening balances in the debit side and the closing balances in the credit side. Reverse, what is the reverse? Yes, the reverse means here in the total creditors you are going to write the opening balances by opening balance B by D, that is opening creditors is 1,70,000. If you write opening balances, where you will write the closing balance? Yes, have you guessed out? Yes, here you have to write to balance C by D. C by D indicates the closing value. Closing creditors is 1,90,000. Yes. Clearly keep a note of it. Here in all the closing balances only we are going to write all the values. Okay, what is the closing balances here only? So now purchase return. Think a moment. In the total debitors you have written a sales return. What is the opposite of the sales return? It is the purchase return. So write here to purchase return. What is the amount purchase return? 20,000. Yes. Then next, cash paid to the creditors. In the total debitors, what you have written? Cash received from the debitors. Here, what is the opposite? Cash paid to the creditors, right? To cash paid to creditors. How much? 4,50,000. Next. Is there anything missing here? Yes, everything we have written in the boxes. Opening creditors, I have written in the debit side. Purchase return, I have written in the credit side. Cash paid to the creditors, I have written in the debit side. Closing creditors, I have written in the debit side. All the values, we are going to find all the values that in the closing balances only you have to write. This differences, total both the sides, you will get the answer of 6,60,000. If you add this side, you will get 6,60,000. This 6,60,000 minus 1,70,000 indicates the 4,90,000. That is credit purchases. We have bought a product, purchased a product on the credit basis. That credit purchase amount is 4,90,000. Right here, credit purchases. In the bracket, write balancing figure. Total both the area you will get 6,60,000. Is it clear? It's a very, very simple sum. Next problem. We'll proceed to the next problem, 15th problem. Here, the same problem that we dealt in the 12th problem, both the bills receivable and the debitors will be mixed up. Same thing only here. Creditors and the bills receivable. What is the opposite of the bills receivable? Bills payable. What does mean by bills payable? We have sent an amount that a person who has bought a product from us that debitors for some amount. He had made a credit sale. After a stipulated period, he is accepted to make a payment. That is called a bills receivable. We will receive any voucher or a bill of exchange or a promissory note. He is accepted. That bills payable means he is making a payment to the amount that we have that he has accepted to make. That is called the bills payable. Sundry creditors. Here both the sums are mixed up. Now you have to pick it out. While preparing, when the question is asked, prepare total purchases. Total purchases, when you see the question on total purchases, it will be mixed up. What all the mixed up? Creditors will be mixed, bills payable mixed, and cash purchases. If they ask to find out the total means in the mind it should come out. That is, we have to find out the creditors, we have to find out the bills payable, and we have to find out the total purchases. So first, when this question is asked on the basis of total purchases, first you have to prepare the bills payable. In the last classes also I have discussed about the total debitors. When the total debitors and the bills receivable have been mixed up, first you have to give a preference of preparing the bills receivable. Likewise, in this procedure is also same over here also. Now listen, total purchases. Total purchases means we are going to find out the creditor. Total creditors, bills payable. Debitors is connected with sales and bills receivable, and purchase is connected with the total creditors and bills payable. We are going to follow the same procedures what we followed in the finding out the total creditors. Same procedures on for preparing the bills payable also. Now pick out the word. In the last class itself, I have told you pick up any two colors. First, I pick up in a green color for selecting the bills payable alone. The word which is connected with the bills payable alone, you pick it out. That is bills payable here. Bills payable on 1st January. Yes. Paid for bills payable 30,000. Yes. Then bills payable on 31st December. For finding out the bills payable, we have only 3 transactions. Bills payable on 1st January. This is called now opening balances. Where you are going to write the opening balances? We are going to write the opening balances in the credit side by balance B by D. What is the amount? Clearly note the values. Bills payable on 1st January 2018 is 25,000. Next, bills payable on 31st December. Where we have to write what all the procedure that you followed in finding out the total creditors, same procedure only. Closing balances should indicate here to balance C by D of bills payable is 20,000. Okay, I have told you in the closing balances only you have to write all the values. Which is the transaction which was pending? This paid for bills payable to cash paid. Cash paid is 30,000. Total both the areas. Yes, here you will get 50,000. 50,000 minus 25,000, you will get 25,000. This 25,000 is right by sundry creditors. Sundry creditors 25,000. The difference, how we will arrive at 25,000? This 50,000 minus 25,000 gets a 25,000. In the bracket write bills payable. The amount which is received from the debitors That is bills payable is 20,000, 25,000. Total both the areas, you will get 50,000. Yes. Next, we will move on to finding out the total creditors. Total creditors. Now select in a color. We can select a rose color. Sundry creditors. Write the transaction which is connected with the sundry creditors. Yes. Sundry creditors on the 1st January. Listen, we have chosen a color in order to make any differences, because while it is in a mixed procedure, you have any confusions. So in order to sort out, to make any differences only, I have chosen a color. So sundry creditors on 1st January. Then next, paid cash to creditors. Then purchase return. Yes. Then cash purchases, you should not take it out, because this total creditors we are finding out in order to find out only the credit purchases. So we should not take it out, cash purchases. Then creditors on 31st December. What it is describes, it is in a closing balances. Okay, we are going to fill it in the boxes. First you write by balance B by D on sundry creditors. Sundry creditors on 1st January 2018 is 30,000. At the simultaneously you write to closing or balance C by D. C by D. What is the creditor amount? That is 25,000. Yes. What is the next item? Paid cash to creditors. To cash paid. To, I have written SC. That is sundry creditors. Cash paid to the sundry creditors is 1,20,000. The next. Purchase return. Right, purchase return, where it should come. Every items you are going to write in the closing values only. So because it is a closing value over here only. So write to purchase return. Purchase return. What is the purchase return amount is? 15,000. Next. Creditors I have written. Everything I have written. Cash paid to the sundry creditors to purchase return. We should not write the cash purchases. I have written a creditors on the 31st of December 25,000 also over here. Now, when we are finding out the bills receivable, I have taught you about a little cross. What is a little cross? The check dishonored should come here. What are the value which I find out in it will come in the debit side. Like the same procedure only. In preparing the total creditors, keep a small hint I am giving. One cross. Keep a note on this one cross. What is one cross? This cross indicates the sundry creditors. We have found out 25,000. No, we have to return in the debit side. We have to write it in the debit side. This cross indicates what are the item. That is what is the item that we found out in bills payable. That is sundry creditors. You have to write here to sundry creditors. Now we know why we are preparing first. Why we are giving a first preference on bills payable, because we have to write the value what we have found out in the sundry creditors. That is 25,000. Okay. Now total it. You will get 50. 1,50,000. 1,20,000, 20,20, 1,50,000, 1,70,000. You will get 1,85,000 this side. This side you get only a 30,000. Make the differences. That gives now 1,55,000. That is what? What we have found out. Yes, have you all guessed out? Yes, it is a credit purchases by credit purchases. 1,55,000. That is a balancing figure. Total, both the sides you will get 1,85,000. Know the format. Okay, write the formats clearly. Then last we have left out on cash purchases. No, Yes, because I've told you the question is total purchases. Total purchases means we have to find out the creditors, we have to find out the bills payable, and we have to at last we have to find out the total purchases. Yes, cash purchases. What is the cash purchases amount is? Write the formula. Total purchases is equal to cash purchases plus credit purchases. Cash purchases is 2,25,000. Then plus credit purchases, we have found out credit purchases, no? That is 1,55,000. Total it, you will get the answer of 3,80,000. You will get 3,80,000. Yes, this is the end of the sum. Follow the procedure. If you know the total debitors format, the reverse procedure of only the total creditors concept. Okay, listen. அங்க வந்து opening value எப்பயுமே நம்ம வந்து creditor concept போடும்போது credit sideல போட்டுக்கங்க. ஓகேவா? நெக்ஸ்ட் க்ளோசிங் வேல்யூவை டெபிட் சைடில் போடுங்க. எப்பயுமே எழுதும் போது க்ளோசிங் வேல்யூ எங்கே இருக்கோ அங்கே தான் நிறைய காலம் நம்ம ஜேர்னல்ஸ் எல்லாமே ஃபில்அப் பண்ணுற மாதிரி இருக்கும். இந்த ரெண்டு டிஃப்ரென்சஸை கண்டுபிடிச்சா நம்ம கிரெடிட் பர்ச்சேசஸ். கிரெடிட் பர்ச்சேசஸ்னா என்னன்னா, பிஸ்னஸ் பீப்புள் நம்மளும் என்ன பண்ணுவோம், சில ப்ராடக்டை ஒரு கம்பெனிலேருந்து நம்ம பர்ச்சேஸ் பண்ணுவோம். அப்போ பர்ச்சேஸ் பண்ணும்போது எல்லா பணத்தையும் நம்ம பிஸ்னஸில் போட மாட்டோம். சம் ப்ராடக்ட்டை வந்து நம்ம ஒரு கடன் பேசஸில் வாங்கிப்போம். ஸோ அதுதான் வந்து கிரெடிட் பர்ச்சேசஸ். ஸோ அந்த கிரெடிட் பர்ச்சேஸை பற்றி மட்டும் தான் நம்ம தெரிஞ்சுக்கிறோம். அடுத்ததில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா டோட்டல் பர்ச்சேசஸ் கேட்கும் போது நம்மளுக்கு டோட்டல் கிரெடிட்டாரும் நம்ம கண்டுபிடிக்கணும், பில்ஸ் பேயபிளும் கண்டுபிடிக்கணும், அடுத்தது டோட்டல் பர்ச்சேசஸும் கண்டுபிடிக்கணும். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் இந்த மாதிரி ப்ரிப்பேர் பண்ணும்போது ரெண்டுமே மிக்ஸ் அப்பாக கொடுத்துருக்கும் போது நம்ம ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ப்ரிஃபரன்ஸ் எதுக்காக கொடுக்கணும் அப்படின்னா பில்ஸ் பேயபிள் தான். பில்ஸ் பேயபிள்னா என்ன அப்படின்னா, நம்மகிட்டேருந்து கடன் ஒரு நம்ம பொருளை ஒருத்தவங்களுக்கு ஒரு XYங்கிற பர்சனுக்கு நம்ம விற்றுருப்போம். அவருக்கு கிரெடிட் சேல்ஸாக கடனாக நம்ம விற்றுருப்போம். அவர்கிட்ட நீங்கள் இவ்வளோ அமௌண்ட்டை இந்த பீரியடுக்குள்ளே நீங்கள் கொடுத்துடணும் அப்படின்னு ஒரு வவுச்சரில் எழுதி நம்ம சைன் வாங்குறோம். தட் இஸ் கால்ட் பில்ஸ் ரிசீவபிள். அவர்கிட்ட நம்ம கொடுத்துருப்போம். இப்போ இதுக்கு அவர் என்ன பண்ணியிருக்காரு அப்படின்னா, அந்த பேமெண்ட்டை நான் அக்செப்ட் பண்ணிக்கிறேன், நான் வந்து பே பண்ணுறேன் அப்படின்னு சொல்கிற கான்செப்ட் தான் பில்ஸ் பேயபிள். ஓகே, ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பில்ஸ் பேயபிளுக்கு பண்ணும்போது நம்ம எங்கே இந்த டோட்டல் கிரெடிட்டாருக்கு என்ன ப்ரொசீஜர் ஃபாலோ பண்ணமோ அதே ப்ரொசீஜர் தான் இங்கே இதுக்கு ஃபாலோ பண்ணோம். வெறும் நீங்கள் பில்ஸ் பேயபிளும் இதுவும் கொடுக்கும்போது மிஸ் நம்ம எப்படி பிக் பண்ணிக்கிறது அப்படிங்கிற கன்ஃபியூஷன்ஸ் வரக்கூடாது. எந்த வார்த்தையெல்லாம் பில்ஸ் பேயபிள் இருக்கோ அதை மட்டும் நீங்கள் செலக்ட் பண்ணிக்கோ, அதை மட்டும் எடுத்துக்கோ, வேற எதையும் கன்ஃபியூஸ் பண்ணிக்காத. பில்ஸ் பேயபிள்ங்கிற வார்த்தை இங்கே இருக்கா எடுத்துக்கோ, அடுத்து பில்ஸ் பேயபிள் வார்த்தை இங்கே இருக்கா எடுத்துக்கோ, அடுத்தது என்ன இருக்குது பில்ஸ் பேயபிள், அதை மட்டும் செலக்ட் பண்ணி ஒரு ஃபில்அப் பண்ணி மிஸ் என்ன சொன்னால் க்ளோசிங்கில் தான் எல்லாமே வரணும், ஓப்பனிங்கில் எதுவுமே வரக்கூடாது. ஏன்னா ஓப்பனிங்கில் நம்ம கண்டுபிடிக்க போகிற ஐட்டம் மட்டும்தான். ஸோ ஓப்பனிங்கை மிஸ்ஸிங்கை போட்ட, க்ளோசிங்கை போட்ட, கேஷ் பெய்டு ஃபார் த பில்ஸ் பேயபிள். ரைட், பில்ஸ் பேயபிள். ஸோ பில்ஸ் பேயபிள் பண்ணிட்டு நம்ம ஆட் பண்ணும்போது 50,000 கிடைக்கும். இது 25,000. இதோட டிஃபரன்ஸ் பார்க்கும்போது நமக்கு 25,000. அதுதான் சன்ட்ரி கிரெடிட்டார்ஸ். இது பில்ஸ் பேயபிள் ஒத்துக்கிட்டா அமௌண்ட்டை நம்ம பே பண்ணுறது. டோட்டல் கிரெடிட்டார்ஸ்லேயும் அப்படி தான். எந்த வார்த்தையெல்லாம் கிரெடிட்டார்னு இருக்கோ அது மட்டும், வார்த்தைகள் இருக்கா, சென்ட்ரி கிரெடிட்டார்ஸ் இருக்கா, இதில் கிரெடிட்டார் இருக்கா, அப்புறம் பர்ச்சேசஸ் ரிட்டர்ன் எடுத்துக்கோ, அதுக்கப்புறம் கிரெடிட்டார்னு இருக்கு, இதை போட்டு ஃபில்அப் பண்ண போகிறோம். ஒரே ஒரு விஷயம் என்ன அப்படின்னா, பில்ஸ் பேயபிள் பண்ணும்போது மிஸ் ஒரு ப்ராசஸ் மட்டும் உனக்கு சொல்லி கொடுத்துருக்கேன். இந்த ஆரோ மார்க், இந்த ஆரோ மார்க் எதை பார்க்குது, சன்ட்ரி கிரெடிட்டாரை பார்க்குது. அப்ப இந்த 25,000 இந்த ஆரோ மார்க் எங்க பாக்குது, டெபிட் சைடுல பாக்குது. அப்ப இங்க இருக்கிற கிரெடிட் சைடுல இருக்கிறத எடுத்து இங்க டெபிட் சைடுல நம்ம ஃபைண்ட் அவுட் பண்ணதை போட போறோம். போட்டுட்டு கேஷ் பெய்டு இதே ஃபார்மேட் தான் டோட்டல் கிரெடிட் கிளாஸ்ல ஃபாலோ பண்ணதா அப்படியே போட்டு பேலன்சிங் பண்ணோம்னா நமக்கு 1,55,000 கிடைக்கும். நெக்ஸ்ட் கொஸ்டின் என்னது, நம்மளுக்கு ஆக்சுவலான கொஸ்டின் டோட்டல் பர்ச்சேசஸ். இப்போ நம்ம கிரெடிட் பர்ச்சேசஸ் கண்டுபிடிச்சிட்டோம், கேஷ் பர்ச்சேசஸ் இங்க இருக்கு. ஸோ ரெண்டுத்தையும் எடுத்து போட்டீங்கன்னா you will get 3,80,000. Okay. Next we will move on to the 16th problem. It's a very very important problem. Last year public in this question was asked for the 5 marks. So very important problem. In this sum all the items which are mixed up. What are the items that we have previously found out? No, that is creditors, total debitors, bills receivable, bills payable. Everything is mixed up. Only thing you should have a clear concentration while preparing this sum. First, while preparing these kinds of sum, we should give a first preference for finding out the bills receivable. So, select the transaction which is connected with the bills receivable. Yes, bills receivable balance as on 1st April. This indicates the opening balances of the sundry debitors, opening balances of the bills receivable, opening balance of the sundry creditors, and opening balances of the bills payable. Likewise, the balances as on 31st March indicates the closing balance of sundry debitors, closing balance of sundry creditors, closing balance of bills receivable, and closing balance of bills payable. These are the other information. So first we are going to prepare the bills receivable. For that I chosen a color of a pink color. Select the transaction which is connected with bills receivable. Yes, bills receivable 30,000 here. Okay, next bills receivable 8,000. Then cash received for bills receivable 60,000. Then bills receivable dishonored, that is check dishonored. So here we are going to follow the procedures of total debitors format. Yes, for this you have to given a preference. Opening balance should come in the debit side, closing balance should come in the credit side. So bills receivable to balance B by D, opening balance is 30,000. Simultaneously you write the closing balance by balance C by D, bills receivable 8,000. I've told you in the closing balances only you have to write all the transactions. Yes, cash received for bills receivable, right, by cash bills, I written BR, bills receivable is 60,000. The next bills receivable dishonored, that is check is dishonored by bills check, I written check dishonored 4,000. Total it, you will get 72,000. You will get 72,000. Here 30,000. 30,000 minus 72,000 minus 30,000, you will get 42,000. Total both the columns. What is this? What is that? What is this? This is to sundry debitors. Sundry debitors is 42,000, that is bills receivable. Yes. Next we will move on to finding out the total debitors. Same procedure only. Okay. Now I chosen a color of green. Sundry debitors. Then sundry debitors. Discount allowed to customers. Take it out. Then sundry debitors, closing. Then next bad debits. Okay, these are the items only we are going to fill it out. First you write only which is in a green color. Sundry debitors to balance B by D. What is the amount? Slowly you write. Slowly fill the values properly. Then next, cash received from debitors. Where you have to write? You have to write in here. By cash received debitors. How much cash received from the debitors is 6 lakh. Yes. Then discount allowed to customers. You have to write now discount allowed by discount allowed. How much? 25,000. Then next, move on here. Closing balance of sundry debitors is 2,20,000, right? By balance C by D. What is the amount? C by D. Sundry debitors is 2,20,000. Then bad debits. Note down the format which I will turn in the total debitors. Total debitors in the format. You have to write the bad debits also. So write bad debits. What is the bad debits? The amount which is bad, which will not irrecoverable. Bad debits 16,000. Wait for a minute and check whether you have returned all the transactions which is connected with the total debitors. Check it out. Sundry debitors opening balance we have returned. Cash received from the debitors we have returned 6 lakh. Discount allowed to the customers 25,000 we have returned. Closing balance of the sundry debitors is 2,20,000 and the bad debits 16,000 we have returned. Now you have to make one small hint. What is a small hint? I've taught you the cross. I've taught you the cross. What is this cross? This cross, the check dishonored 4,000, no? It should come in the debit side. Yes. To check dishonored. To check dishonored. What is the amount? 4,000. This line, okay? This arrow mark. Then next, this arrow mark. We have found out through the bills receivable, that is sundry debitors, no? This cross. This cross to sundry debitors. Why sundry debitors? What is the amount? 42,000. 42,000. Total both the areas. You will get 9,03,000. You will get 9,03,000. Here you get 2,44,000. The difference is 6,59,000. That is total it. You will get 9,03,000. This is what? Yes, this is to credit sales. You clear? Everything what we followed in the total debitors. This cross only keep a note of it. Bills check this on 4,000 have returned here. This sundry debitors, what we have found out through the bills receivable, this 42,000 indicates here. Totally you get 9,03,000. The difference is this 6,59,000 indicates the total credit sales. Next we will move on to the bills payable. Bills payable. Now I choose in a blue color. Take the transaction which is connected with the bills payable. Yes, this is bills payable. Then next, here bills payable. Then next, this is bills payable. Okay, here we are going to write. But in the bills payable, the procedure will be reverse of the total debitors or the bills receivable format. Here we are going to write the opening balances will be here in the credit side. By balance B by D. Balance B by D. Bills payable. What is the opening balance is? 10,000. Simultaneously write the closing balances. To balance C by D. What is the closing balance of the bills payable is? 20,000. The next, what is the item? Bills payment against bills payable. I've told you in the closing balance is only we have to write to cash paid written BP. That is bills payable. What is the amount? Bills payable is 30,000. Okay, 30,000. The difference is total this time 50,000. You get 50,000. Here also 50,000. The balance indicates the by sundry creditors 40,000. In the bracket write bills payable. Yes, bills payable is 40,000. Next we will move on to finding out the total creditors. Same procedure only. Now select. Select the yellow color. Sundry creditors. Okay, cash paid to the creditors. You should not confuse over here. Discount allowed to customers, discount allowed by suppliers. Total creditors is concerned with the business people for purchasing in a product. So this is called as a discount received. Okay, discount allowed by suppliers means we are receiving that. We refers to the business peoples. So business peoples receive the discount received. Then closing balances. Then what is the item missing? Everything we have returned, bills receivable, bills check this on, everything. Yes. Now we are going to fill it out. Right? Opening balances by balance B by D. Opening balances of the sundry creditors is 1,20,000. 1,20,000. Simultaneously write here to balance C by D. Closing balance of the sundry creditors is 1,50,000. Next, cash paid to the creditors. I've told you to write in the closing value area itself. To cash paid. How much? 3,20,000. Next, discount allowed by supplier. I told you this is called a discount received. Discount received. How much? 10,000. Then next, any item, check it out. Yes, I have filled out every column, but a small hint. What is that hint? Have you got it? Yes, a small line, on cross line, this arrow mark. Yes, very good. Sundry creditors, we have found out to the bills payable, no? Write it out. To sundry creditors. How much? 40,000. Total both the areas, you will get 5,20,000. Here also you will get 5,20,000. 5,20,000 minus 1,20,000, you will get 1,00,000. So 4 lakhs. By what is this? Credit purchases. Purchases is 4 lakh. Total it, you will get 5,20,000. Write it in the bracket. Balancing figure. Okay, that's the end of the sum. So totally 4 items we are going to find out through the sum. That is bills receivable, total debitors, bills payable and total creditors. Look the format. The same format for the bills receivable and total debitors. And the reverse procedure of the bills receivable is bills payable, and the reverse procedure of the total creditors is total creditors. Here you write the opening balances, closing balances. Opening balances will be in the debit side, closing balances will be in the credit side. Total debitors also you can check it out. Total debitors, opening balances in the debit, closing balance in the credit. This cash received from the debitors, discount allowed, bad debits. Well, moving on to the bills payable, opening balances will come in the credit side and the closing balances will come in the debit side. Then total creditor also same thing. Here, there in the total debitors you will get a discount allowed. In the creditor you get discount received. There you will get in a sales return. Here you will get in a purchase return. There in the total debitors you will get in a cash received from the debitors. In the total creditor you will get in a cash paid. That's all. This is the end of the sum. Please work it out. You got an example sum. That is illustration 14, 15, 16 is homework. Please post the videos. In the next week, you got in a test up to 16 sums. Please take on a sincere note and work out the problems. Thank you.